Yeah, so she wouldn't be in that hole over there, just in this spot downstream right here before the rapids. Right there, see the rapid right there? The current? Her car's right there. It's causing a ripple and a current right there. You can see it here. All right, now, Doc. March 3rd of this year, 2024, Melissa Diane Nichols leaves a note and she leaves home in her gold Toyota Camry. We don't know where she's at, somewhere in the Eugene, Springfield area. We're hoping to find her today by starting our search here at Fern Ridge Reservoir and then making our way to the west towards Springfield in hopes that one of those boat ramps are going to reveal the answers as to where she's at.
For families who have all but given up on finding their loved ones, this team is a last hope. Civilian divers cracking cold cases for free.
See if we can find her today. $306 feet deep right here. Okay, 6 feet deep right here. Alright, so over here on the left, that's all the docks over here. And then we have nothing else. We're only at 7 feet deep right here. Come into these cases, we try to gather as much information as we can, and really there's not a whole lot. We've been trying to get a hold of the family. We believe that she has a daughter, we believe that she has a mom, but neither one of them have been able to, or not that they have been able to, they just have not reached back out to us yet. Later on this morning we'll do what we can to get a hold of the detective on the case as well. And the reason why we also don't have that much information yet is we just found out about this yesterday as we're coming back up to Oregon. Somebody got a hold of us, and like one of you viewers, and said, hey, do you know about this new case? And normally we don't take on cases that are less than 3 months old. However, as we're passing back through, it just happens to be in our own backyard. So we want to take this case on. So knowing that she's 59, we can only speculate that, we hear that a letter was left behind, but what was in the letter? What did it say? Did it, say a specific location? Did it say, I'm going to my favorite, place in the mountains? That's why we need to get a hold of the family, so that way we have that information. Speculation is, pain. Does she have medical pain going on? Does she have, a broken heart of, a daughter or somebody's not talking to her, a son, and she just can't handle it anymore? We believe that she might have had a husband in our research that died a couple of years ago, and another case that we're currently working. He ends up losing his wife 2 years earlier to cancer, who was his all, and he just cannot, be a part of this world anymore without her. So he chooses to check out on his own. So, in the beginning when I started this, I didn't really want to take on cases of, of self-harm, where people choose to check out on their own, because in the past, a long time ago, years ago, decades ago, I always felt like it was a selfish thing, like you're leaving your family behind, and honestly, I still feel, it is a selfish thing, but I also have learned to understand the pain that a lot of people go through, that they feel like there is no other choice. And by us putting these videos out also, and we've received a lot of emails that said, I was there, I was on the verge of, unaliving myself and not being a part of this world anymore, but I saw the pain that was left behind because of it. And for that reason, a lot of lives have been saved also because of AWP. So, so we appreciate you guys spreading the message and sharing these videos so other people that need that, guidance, and knowing that, life is going to be good, that it's a little hump and a little hurdle, but the pain is going to be greater for those that you do leave behind. So anyway, that's why we do share a lot of these videos in the way that we do, even the cases that we don't solve. The cases we don't solve is to bring awareness, is to show what we have searched, and to encourage you guys to get out there and keep the memory alive if somebody is missing, and help, help locate them as well. Seven and a half feet. Still deep enough to hide. 6.5 feet. All right, turn and search this other boat route real quick. By the time you get backed up, we should be ready to go. So you playing hide and seek? You can't see me, I'm hiding.
We went down the wrong street.
Oh, I see what he did. While Matt's trying to get turned around, I'm gonna give you guys a quick sonar overview, but we haven't done that in a couple of episodes now, because if this is your first time here, it kind of helps to understand what it is that we're looking at. This is our down imaging and our side imaging. If I only had one piece of equipment, it would be side imaging, if I only had one to choose from. We're casting 75 feet to the right, 75 feet to the left of the boat. The boat icon is the direction of travel, and anything that's in black is water column. So if you look at the grid lines, 18, you can see we're like roughly at 7-8 feet of water here for a water column, and it matches the depth up here as well. We also have what time it is, the speed that we're going, as well as the temperature of the water. This one here is our down imaging. If we go directly over an object, it's going to show us the height is what we're looking for. So right there's like, a little piece of grass or something in a bush that's down there that's, just a couple of inches tall. And that one's 2 feet tall. Over here on the left, let's say that this was a vehicle, we could like zoom in on it and be like, all right, yeah, that's our target that we're looking for. And then we would know that, all right, it's over 50 feet. Let's go over 50 feet and then get over the top of it and see if we can get a better reading with it, with that down imaging. Now, normally we're not running the map system, but we have been running a lot more. When we're not, we do use live scope as well, which really, these are pictures in time. We can scroll back, whereas our live scope would be happening in real time. Not using that today. I've really been enjoying the map feature a lot more because, like I said, side imaging really is where it's at for me as far as the first piece that I really need to use.
Pretty
Clean. Clean as clean could be.
Do you know where she lived?
Yeah, she's over in Springfield, and so normally I wouldn't have started here, but because we came up from California and we're heading back to Central Oregon, I didn't want to start in Springfield, come up empty there, and then have to come back to the west just to go back to the east again. So that's why we started here, where we normally would not have. At breakfast this morning, I'm going to pull up our map because I didn't even have time, because I just found out about this late last night while I was driving. It was a nice 4 or 5 hour drive. So at breakfast, I'll take the time to map it for you, give you an overview, and then we'll go from there.
What is this? Oh,
Fern Ridge.
All right, so let's go with the game plan for today then. This morning we already checked out the 2 over here at Fern Ridge. So what we're going to do is we take the 5 mile, 10 mile, and 15 mile radius rings, and we really focus in on anything within that 5 mile radius. And so if we take this red dot right here is her home location, what's going to be the most logical, most probable from there? In my opinion, I don't feel like she's going to be heading over, this is I-5 here, so I don't feel as though she's going to be heading to the west side of I-5. I don't feel as though she's going to be heading downtown either. So right now, I want to keep these on my back burner for that reason. These 2 are the closest to her house. Now, in looking at it on Google, I feel like the Hayden Bridge is the most probable location at this moment in time. And the reason for it is if you look at it, we have the rapids that are right here, but you have a hole right here underneath the bridge. And so if you have the boat ramp there and a deep hole, the car's not going to go anywhere. Right. So right now I'd like to head there, but if we come up empty there, then my next location I'd like to go ahead and jump to is the one that's directly north of her house. It's directly into the river. Kind of has a hole here, but I don't know how deep that hole's. Actually, she can't get out to that deeper hole. So, does she have a hole right here that she can drop into and not be seen until the water levels recede later on? So I think that let's hit those 2 first, and then let's actually head up out of town. And the reason why I want to go do this one is come off of the main road here that heads up into the mountain instead of the river. What if she says, you know what, I'd like to go to the closest body of water that's deeper that I know, let me go to the closest lake. And so just up the road, just beyond the 10 mile mark, we have a lake here, and then since we're here, we have another boat ramp directly into the lake as well that she says, I want the biggest body of water that's closest just outside the 15 mile radius ring. So let's go hit those 4, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then if we come up empty on those 4, then let's drop back into town and we'll hit those other 4 before we head out today. Sound good?
Yeah, it sounds like a day at work.
All right, let's go do it. I think he's getting the sonar ball, isn't he? Yeah, so she wouldn't be in that hole over there, just in this spot downstream right here before the rapids is where she would be if it's deep enough. Right there, see the rapid right there? The current? Her car's right there. It's causing a ripple and a current right there.
How far is this from her house?
From her, like 1.5 miles. The river, the way it's going, I don't want to put a second person in here. I want to make sure that I have full control. All right. If I end up down for some reason, guys, and I can't make it back up, I'll have to go run that other to that other boat ramp. I'll have to meet you guys down there. Keys are in the RV. Oh, I can see the bottom here. It's a big rock, I can see it. Not a car. So I wouldn't want to take it down any further. It does start to get shallow and shallow out again, so I don't think that the car's gonna be right here. Could it have gone down if it was floating through the first set of rapids? It could. Okay, I mean, it's ripping pretty good, so I mean, I could run down to the next boat ramp if you want to meet there. It is 1.6 miles as the crow flies, and I just have to go north a little bit first. See the bottom. Oh, there's a car there. It's not her car, but I see a car. I'm gonna take you back over it. Let's see if you can see it here. Alright, so that was not her car. That's a car that's been down here a while, so we do know that cars can make it past the rapids there, so let's search this area some more. Briefly, there's that car right there. That's the car right there. But there's another something right past it, so let's go double check this one here, because see, this is the size of that car right there, and then there's something else right there. See where the car's at. See, there's the car. No, that's a log right there. What that is. So not a second car. One car, one log. We're gonna go run the rapid back up a little bit. Not in the rapid, but just to the, it's gonna be this right of it. We'll come back and check that. Down by that pipe. Too shallow though, I think. There's the car right there. Yeah, no other cars. Nothing else I can see. Right here by the pipe is what we were interested in. Yeah, not a car. There's a tree there. Kind of a tree on top of something though, so let's go check that out. Ran it over, whatever it is. Yeah, it's just rocks right there. Really shallow.
Look at this right here. Car found March 2nd at parking lot. So we need to get Jared out of the water so we can work on some other stuff. Why didn't we have some sort of updates available to us?
How did we find out about it? Email?
It was listed on a missing persons page for Pacific Northwest.
When did she go missing?
The same day her car was found.
Nice.
So somewhere here, it's supposed to be a boat ramp. I don't think that's the boat ramp. Yeah, it's like right there. Oh wait, I think I see the trailer up there. Oh yeah, I see Matt down there.
Her car has been found.
She's been found?
There's a sign right here.
There's a sign here that says the car is found.
The car's been found?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, same day she went missing.
Why, are you wondering what car you found?
Yeah, do you know what car I found?
What car?
I don't know what it is, I got it on camera. All right, so we're no longer looking for Melissa with the car. Where was her car found?
It's listed up there, like 42nd and Marcola or something it says for the address.
So not in the river.
It was abandoned in an intersection, I think.
Really?
That's what the missing poster says.
That's really weird. So why would she leave a note and the car at 42nd and...
She jumped in the river.
I mean, yeah, the 42nd Marcola is over by Hayden Bridge, right? Near it. Could be anywhere. And once you end up in the river, I mean, then you can be, 10, 15, 100 miles downriver, so. So, I mean, I guess really what it comes down to is short video. It shows the effort that we put into each and every one of these searches. We wish that we get certain information sooner than later, and then sometimes it just shows up like what you guys found up there on the sign. So, and let me just also explain, we're no longer looking for Melissa. We're not looking for her in the river. We're not looking for her on land. That's not what our specialty is. We search for people that are missing, and they're missing in their cars, because it gives us a chance to use our specialty and our skills for what it is we do to locate a vehicle. And usually when we locate that vehicle, that's when we're going to find the missing individual as well. So that's it for now. We'll see you on the next search. Bye-bye.